Hey, I'm here. All right. So, what we're going to talk about today is HR, human resources, or employee engagement, or employee communication apps, right? Apps that were able to help organizations, let's say 50 to 100, or even 20 to 100 or more, to be able to communicate effectively through a mobile app. So some of the small businesses usually have a lot of compliance that they need to get to, a lot of training reminders, schedules, communication. So it's just an up and down kind of communication from one, either the supervisor to the crew, or from the admin to the supervisor to the crew and things like that, right? So they might have a communication breakdown, low employee engagement. They don't know what's happening within the company. They don't know what's pretty much going on. So they just do their work, go home. They don't know even the events. Let's say you have events and things like that, and you're trying to build a strong community within your company so that everyone can be on the same page and be on the same kind of wavelength kind of thing, right? Like just when someone asks you about something, they know, right? It's like I don't know or something like that. And also communication of important dates that they need to be aware of, reminders for their trainings or their compliance kind of um, compliance training they need to do and things like that. So today I'm gonna demonstrate how you can build an employee app through our platform, DIYapps.ca. So you can be able to do the same either for your company or hire us to do that for you. All right. Okay. So DIY platforms is the one that we are using. So click on get started. So right now we're gonna look for human resources. So we have some beautiful apps that already been developed template wise to be able to help you. Um, yeah, you can read all that. I already talked about some of those benefits. All right, so we pick this one. So keeps employee informed. So if you have announcements that they will be able to see, let's say you have awards, uh, you partner with some local businesses to give employees some rewards or coupons. Let's say if someone wants to request equipment, especially if this pretty much it looks like it's an work or office kind of company, so you can request equipment. Policies, people can be able to accept policies and things like that. You can do that through the app. You can also take signatures. That's that's really cool. Events, the ones we just talked about, be able to keep people informed and up to date. Announcements, events. If you have video trainings that you like to show, and pretty much the homepage. So when you are ready to start, just click on start with this template. You put the name, put your first name. So industry will pick human resources. First name, last name, put your website, email, for, password, agree to the terms, and hit on get started. Once you click on that, you get this page. So on this page, as you can see, is really full of information that will help your organization to understand how to build an app from scratch or just modify this one to fit your needs. But we're gonna go through it here. Okay, so first things first, we have a small video here. You can watch that just to give you a run through the platform. We have your plugin tutorials, we have the platform tutorials, product updates, what we are working on to bring more kind of value to you for using the app. We also have the Learn More button here. On the Learn More button, what you're looking for is be able to learn how to build the app yourself, because it's a DIY app platform. You can be able to see, so there's right now you just it's, there's a lot here, right? So right now we just got to categorize them. when you click on how to build an app, you see there's so much here. So we look for to to to. There's no particular human resources, but there is internal only app, right? So you can be able to see how you can be able to build an app for your company here. So same thing, human resources or internal. Um, so the other thing too is we provide 21 days free trial. So you can be able to test the platform, do you all your testing that you would like to do. 21 days is a nice period of time to be able to learn, implement, and see how your app is gonna look like. Some platforms they give you 7 days, so we give you an additional 2 weeks because we know there's always a learning curve. And then when you are ready to be able to publish your app, you just click on the upgrade button up here just beside the learn more, and you're able to upgrade to any other the three plans that we have to be able to give you the functionality that you need. Um, and depending on the plan, the standard, premium, and enterprise plan, you get $100 off for the first 6 months if you use the DIY apps 100 coupon code. All right, and this will, I'll also put it in the description. The other beauty about this is, let's say you have managers, supervisors, employees who like to see the progress of the app. You can put on your phone number here, send it to a phone. It will give you a link to the web version of the app, and you can send that link to all the employees or all people who are interested to see the progress of the app. So that's another beautiful feature. I do love it. So I'm always excited to share that. All right, so let's start. So we have the menus here. So this is where all the magic happens. Depending on which menu you pick on the right hand side, you can be able to do amazing apps, be able to grow and see each section of the app you can be able to access and edit. All right, so we're gonna start with let's start with home screen. So home screen, this is the first screen that people um, see when they are on your app. Okay. So for this particular screen, as you can see, they only have announcement and compliance. So you're like, oh, where's the image? I can't see the image. The image is in the design. So you can always add the image as your background, and that's where the image is, right? Um, the other buttons you can see here, we have the community, events, compliance. So all these buttons here, they are linked to a certain feature. So a feature and a plugin, they're the same thing. I'll use it interchangeably, but it's the same thing. Okay. So you can do add an action. So an action, you can pick any event or pick any action, either a map, communication, um, take them to a website or something. And then a level is where you can add, if you have the first level, you can add them to a second level, and then the second level can also have those other plugins. So you can go as deep as you want and be able to grow, just get access to the app to different people. So the menu up here, so the content design, layout, security, tagging, purchase, analytics, these are all same for all the features. So they might be missing one or two things, but it will be the standard for all features. So any feature that you go into, it will have the same format. All right, so the design, we already touched on design. So the design will be the background. So if you want to change a different background for the tablet, you can also add it here. You have the dimensions on the bottom. We have the back color that's already set for gradient black. Layout right now, we have, let's see which one is used. There are so many options. All right, so this is the one that's being used right now. So that's the layout. So if you want to change that layout, you're like, oh, I love this one. This is my favorite one. So you see, it still blends though. Still blends. This is nice. So I'm tempted to let me leave it like this, right? I'll leave it. No. Let me just change because other demos, other templates that we have done, they have a lot of that. The button. So let's put it maybe like that. So security. If you want people to log in to have access to different screens. You can be able to set the security for them, so they require login to be able to access. You can have user tags, certain people having certain user tags to be able to access those screens. Even though you have the login and you don't have the user tag, you can't access that screen. So you have to definitely, if you want to lock it more further, use the user tags. So use the tag here, the user tag here. This is for the screen. So when they visit the screen, they are given that user tag for their profile. So whenever you have events or you have something that you want, a message you want to send out to certain people who have visited certain screens, you can send messages to only those people. And there's a lot of other things you can be able to do. But that's how you put those tags for each screen. Purchase. So this section is where if you want to do in-app purchases, so you can make this screen if you have to pay or have to get something, but I don't think internal employees need that, but just letting you know. Whoa, give me a second. All right. And then analytics, so how many people have visited the screen. If you drop the drop down, you get more stuff. As usual, if you see the lock screen, that means you have to be upgraded to a certain plan to be able to access that kind of level of information. As you know, information is the new gold, or is it oil? Yeah, one of those. All right, so the next part I was gonna show you is the features. So this is where all the features that are being used on the app, they reside here. So there's a big marketplace that we have different plugins and features that have been designed. So and then you pick one, and then you bring it to your platform, and then you can use it. So once it's here, then you have to move it to your app itself. So the marketplace, this one, depending on your plan, depending on the level of access you have, you can get premium features, enterprise features, or just use the standard features. Still great compared to other platforms, right? So you have your Shopify. So if you want to link, let's say you have merchandise for your company and you like to resell them to your employees, you have your Shopify store. You can also link it here and at least get more money back to the company, kind of thing. Side menu. So a side menu is on the side. Yeah. So let's say you have you don't want a lot of buttons on the home screen. You can add them on the side menu. So having them on the side menu, you can be able to leverage more stuff on the app and make it nice and neat. So different sections access different kind of information. The other piece will be the nav bar. If you like to also use the nav bar. So right now it's off. Let's turn it on. Let's add one item. Let's say video training. So we click on video training. So whenever someone clicks on this one, takes them to video training. So for video training, you need to be signed in. So you see security, that means you need to be signed in. This is checked on, all right? So that's what we were talking about before. All right, so let me turn that off. We don't need that. Intro screens. So we talked about intro screens. Let's say when someone downloads your app, so before they get to the home screen, if you have the intro screen turned on, you can be able to set up screens to kind of give them an idea of what the app is about and where to find certain things as an employee community, as an employee app, that they can be able to find certain things in certain areas, or just give them a good like four pages of nice and light information before they get access to the app. So design for branding. So branding, this is where you can change the app icon to be your company logo and things like that. You can change the logo name, the icon name. No, so the name behind the name below the icon. When you download the app, you can change the app's loading screen. You can change the fonts, You can change the colors for the buttons and things like that to match your business branding. Um, so that's another beautiful aspect. Media library. So this is where all the images will be in there. So all the images that are being used on the app. Security. So for the login screen, so right now for default, we only have the Google sign, but you can always add more. So we have Apple. So let's say your company is using Apple as a login, so you can use that. So I'm assuming they were using Google as their Google Workspace, so they need a Google login. So that's how you can also integrate the app with your Google. And then definitely custom registration. So you definitely have a certain plan to be able to add more fields to be able to collect more data points for your company. And then language. So this will just change the language on. So let's say sign in with Google account. So you see it will change. Say save. Go to login screen. So you see it changed here. Okay, but we don't want to change that. Let's put it back. All right, and then terms and conditions as usual. Commerce, so in-app purchases, as we talked about. I don't know how in-app for a company. I don't think you might need in-app purchase. You might not need credits. You can have credit system where people can be able to purchase certain number of credits, can give them access to certain number of things on the app. Um, I don't know, but contact me. We can brainstorm and see how best we can help. New push notifications. So this is my best feature. I love push notifications, by the way, because this is best because now when you send out push notifications, they get them instantly. You can send them in groups. You remember those user tags we talked about? You can be able to send specifically to those kind of people, staff that have access to different screens. Um, you can be able to schedule your push notifications. You can be able to set up a geo notification. So let's say your crew is going to a certain area. You can set up a push notification for that area. So when they get into that area, it puts them up, sends them a push notification, thanking them for being in that area and the amount of work they are doing and things like that. And then analytics will be how many push notifications were sent out, how many people received it, how many people opened it, and how many people clicked on the action, and it gives you a percentage of open rate. Yeah, so and then users, for this part, you have the user management. So this is where you can manage all the users are using within the app. The user tag. So this is where you can user tagging. This is where you can manage all the user tags. Admins and roles. So if you have admins, other admins that you like to help you manage the app, like your admins, and maybe other companies doing your marketing, you can set them up like that. Abuse report. I don't think you'll have any issues because abuse report is where people will be reported that abusing, like, are not being nice on the app. You can either ban them, delete them, and things like that. Mm, so analytics, this is usually more for the commercial side. Usually you see how many people downloaded the app and how many people have been signed up. But if it's an employee, I don't think you'll have that statistics here, but I won't think it will be necessarily relevant. So the advanced portion, definitely this when you're ready to publish your app. So you have the publishing information here. If you want to market your app, market to your staff, kind of thing, you can able to generate content to help you with that. Then integrations that you will need. You can do that on the advanced. And that will be it. So that's how you can be able to build an employee engagement app for your business, for your employees to be able to create and build that employee engagement app and getting them all on the same page. They can know where they get the information. You can be able to control that and help them to be the best employees that you like them to be. So if you want any support, any other information about the service, you can email us at hello@diyapps.ca, and we'll be happy to help and be able to help your company maximize the potential for this platform for your company. All right. So other than that, I want to thank you for your time and see you on the next one.